I hope we're all doing well. It's Sunday. Happy Sunday to every one of us. I hope your day went well. My microphone, please bring my microphone. You don't know where that's in there. I hope your day went well. Thank you so much for everyone joining me. Happy Sunday. Gradually, we're coming to the end of our Vlogmas series. Guys, hey, God of mercy. Yo. We're gradually coming to the end of our Vlogmas series. So it's been by the grace of God, sincerely. And everyone who has supported me by joining my live videos, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. So today, going by what we have, sorry, I'm trying to adjust. I was supposed to do this adjustment first, but I just noticed it now. So going by what we have on the title of our video, we have Chioma and GEORGINA ONUOHA. Okay, both of them are actresses. Um, if you do not know, check my laptop. If you do not know, Chioma Akpotha is a Nigerian actress, okay, and then the GEORGINA ONUOHA is also a Nigerian actress. Both of them, they act in the Nollywood movie, okay. So, so both of them, like I said, from my title, there's a war brewing between them, and I thought to talk about that, and as usual, to draw life lessons from the video. So first and foremost, let me ask, how was the election in your area? Did you go out the spirit? Thank you so much for everyone just joining me. I appreciate you. God bless you. God bless you. So we are talking Chioma Akpotha and GEORGINA ONUOHA. See, both of them, like I already said, are Nigerian actresses, okay? And I follow Chioma Akpotha. I don't follow GEORGINA ONUOHA. So um, as at yesterday during the election, Chioma made a post where she came out crying. She made a video crying, showing people who were kind of like disrupting the free flow of election in her area. And then she made a video, came out. People were kind of like, were uh, they were kind of like bearing with her, as it were. What language did they use? Sorry, guys. They were like saying, sorry, Chioma, all of these things that people usually say. And then GEORGINA ONUOHA went to her posts. I didn't even notice because, like I said, I don't follow her. She went to her post, and because of what happened, I had to go because Chioma was saying, first and foremost, I'm going to address all that happened. Second of all, I would address what GEORGINA ONUOHA said. So I was like wondering what happened. What did she say? Because I know she's an actress. And then I went over to her Instagram page to see exactly what she said. And what she said there, from my own unsolicited opinion, I think some languages that she used there were not proper. To call someone a cow is not a good thing to do, for real. Okay, so you cannot call someone who is a human a cow, an animal. That's not fair. That's a no-no for me. So quickly, what happened? Chioma Akpotha, at her polling station where she went for election, there was kind of like a fight, and then she came up with a video saying, see what's happening, oh, see what's happening, oh, they are trying to disrupt our election, oh, they are trying to fight, us and stuff like that too. And then GEORGINA went to her own page, her Instagram page. All of these things happened on their Instagram pages. Okay, so GEORGINA went to her Instagram page and then posted there and said, see Chioma shouting like a cow. Okay, shouting like a cow. Okay, welcome everyone. Now that she was shouting like a cow, and that what happened 4 years ago, the same thing happened where she was posting, she made a post on her Instagram page on the happenings of the elections, and then Chioma came out and said she shouldn't have done such things because according to her it's kind of like disrupting the peace of the nation or trying to destabilize people, as it were. So like we said, Chioma said she was going to respond to her. Now the reason why I brought that is take note of what the topic is. Chioma Akpotha. Okay, this is getting dark. It's getting really, really dark. Chioma Akpotha, and then we're asking, do we forgive and forget, or do we just? Is it just? Do we forgive and forget? It brought me to something that used to happen. Something somebody said recently said, you can forgive, right? But forgetting is not in our nation. So I want to ask before I go further, what is your opinion? Do you think as human beings, as individuals, we can forgive, right? And forget? Or do we forgive and it's still in our mind? Because obviously that is what happened. Because I had to go through the comments on Georgina Onuoha's Instagram page. I went through all the comments. People were saying 4 years ago, how come something that happened 4 years ago, you still keep a diary of everything that happened? Okay, why should you? And it brought me to the fact that truly as humans, we can forgive, right? But forgetting is not in our nature as a way. Please feel free to support or dissupport me in the comment section below. Now, like I was saying, and Georgina Onuoha said this thing happened 4 years ago. Okay, so what happened? That Chioma, whilst there was election 4 years ago in Nigeria, Chioma came to her DM. Take note, Chioma came. We've not heard from Chioma Akpotha, so we are just trying to take sides from one particular side, from one of the stories we have heard, or that went on the internet. That good evening, ma. That Chioma, Georgina Onuoha came Choma, came online to her DM and told her that she shouldn't have posted, or she should not post those election pictures and videos that she's posting, that it's going to make people think the elections was not free, that it's free and fair. And that's why Georgina Onuoha came out this time around publicly to tell Chioma that if it is sweet that time, okay, or it is sweet you that time based on say, because I went through all the comments. So from what she was saying, I'm trying to decipher that she thinks that Chioma then was benefiting or did not benefit from it, okay, did not benefit from that last election. Hence, she came out and was saying, uh, don't post pictures, don't post videos. We have not heard from Chioma Akpotha, like I said. And then that now that she's supposedly going to benefit from it, she's coming out with videos and showing other people that there's violence in our polling areas and all of these things. So my take here is this: do we forgive and forget? Because obviously, from the comments I read, it's possible that Georgina has forgiven, okay? It's possible that she has forgiven Chioma. But from the comments I went through, right, her response to some of those comments, I came to realize that although she has technically forgiven Chioma for sliding into her DM to tell her what to do, okay, she has not forgotten, she has not forgiven as it were, or maybe she has, but her comments, all of this tend to portray the fact that she did not fully forgive. Okay, so I'm not a judge here. I have not come to pass out judgment, like we do in all our videos. I've said that over and over again. We don't throw stones, we don't throw stones at buildings, because eventually we never can tell what will happen. Okay, we just try to draw lessons from all of these things and try to see, what we can learn. That's the lessons, right? Now, is it possible, I was asking, is it possible for you to forgive and not forget? Or do we forgive and forget? From my own opinion, I think, right, that we can forgive. As humans, we might not necessarily forget. I don't know. If you have a contrary opinion, please leave it in the comment section below. Because obviously, for something that happened 4 years ago, if we can dig it up and bring it up and just say it the way it is, then obviously we have not forgotten. From my experience, I have experiences as well in that regards, okay? There are certain things that have happened to me, that people did to me, that I indeed forgave them, okay? I forgave them, but does it mean I have forgotten? I technically want to think that I did not forget, okay? It doesn't mean I did not forgive them. Now, where all of this brouhaha, this Cold War is coming from is this. My own opinion is Georgina Onuoha shouldn't have come out publicly, okay, to make this post, because according to her, Chioma Akpotha slid into her DM to make those corrections, to make those observations. So if she wants to make corrections according to as she's saying, then she should have, done the same way, reciprocated, and, you know, go through her DM and say, Choma, remember 4 years ago, this was what you told me. I was posting pictures about elections, I was posting videos about elections, and you told me it was going to, offend some persons, that it was not good, it wasn't proper. And why is it now that you are doing the same thing? According to her, take note, she said she's trying to teach other persons lessons. So it wasn't her alone that posted those pictures and videos that, according to her, Chioma, contradicted. And Mona Lisa Chinda, she's also an actress. She also posted some videos, and these two put together was what Georgina Onuoha was talking about. So obviously there's a Cold War brewing between them. Obviously, they said they used to be friends, but now, as it stands, one of them is in the US or UK. I'm not so sure. That's Georgina Onuoha, and Chioma is still in Nigeria. She said she's going to come out to address all of this. Now, what are the lessons that we're learning from this? See, one of them is that we can forgive, right? But as humans, there's this tendency to always remember. And that's why I'm going to come in here. As Christians, as believers, if we forgive, then we must forgive fully. Okay? Christ came, God sent Jesus Christ to come to the world to die for our sins, because we all sinned, right? We all sinned, and Jesus was sent to the world to die for us. When he came to die for us, our sins were forgiven, and God was sin. In Matthew, he said, if you do not forgive your brethren their trespasses, then I, God, will not forgive you. So the lesson we're learning here, as bad as that sounds, is one. I'm trying to mix up two things now. The first one is, as humans, we can forgive, right? But it's possible that we might not forget. I'm standing on that. It's possible. But the only thing is that we should take every trace of anger out of our minds. When we are forgiving, let's take away every trace of anger out of our minds. So for those of us just joining us, we're talking, you would have seen from the title, The Cold War, that I am the suffering has is brewing up between Chioma Akpotha and Georgina Onua. Both of them are Nigerian actresses, one in the US, another in Nigeria. During yesterday's election, did I ask her a way? Okay, I think I did ask at the beginning of the video. Yesterday, Chioma Akpotha posted the video on her Instagram page, making a cry that people came around to fight, to disrupt the free flow of election in their polling units. And then Georgina Onua came, went to that, took the video screenshot. Did you screenshot the video? She took the video that Chioma made on her Instagram page, went to her own page, posted the picture there, and was saying that Chioma was crying like a cow. Ah God, that one big you don't, that one big, you shouldn't, for whatever reasons, right? For whatever reason. So that I'm just giving a backstory for those of us joining us. So she said Chioma was crying like a cow, that 4 years ago Chioma came to her DM to tell her, because she did the same thing. Chioma came and told her it wasn't right, blah 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 blah. And that was 4 years ago. People came attacking her, some for her, some against her. Why would you want to bring issue of 4 years? Okay, one, she said she wanted to make a correction to everybody, or people who would do the same thing, who would be in the same similar situation, who would eventually want to, castigate and eventually turn around to do the same thing, because supposedly now it is in their favor. Okay, so the way say it was in their favor, that's why they were doing it last time. Well, it's left for us to decide. So the lesson, like I said, one of them is, as humans, right, it is possible for us to forgive and not forget. Okay, it's possible, because we have a mind, we have a memory that stores things as a way. So we can forgive. Let's truly forgive. I'm talking from the Christian perspective now. Let's truly forgive and truly forgive, although, like I said, we might not forget as a way. Now, the second lesson we're learning from this is that, please feel free, okay, in the comment section below, feel free to put your observation. Do you think there's a war going on between them? They are celebrities, so we might want to talk about them for real, okay? We might talk about them. okay? Because these are people who people supposedly look up to. So we will always talk about them. When we are big, hopefully, I'm sure they will still talk about us. When we grow big, right? Wow, let's manifest bigness. Okay, so we are big already. Okay, so we are sure such things will occur. So, like I said, please feel free to leave your comments in the comment section below. Okay. Secondly, another thing I want us to learn is have I said that before? That when we are forgiving, let's forgive truly from our heart, because God told us in His Word that if we do not forgive people, He would not forgive us. And I think I was saying that was when I did one video on Tonto DK and her ex Churchill. I was saying that we needed to forgive totally, okay? We needed to not overflog dead horses, okay? So in this particular case, God told us categorically in His Word. He says, if we do not forgive people, there's no way He would forgive us, okay? He was saying in Matthew, he said, if you have come to pray, right, then leave your whatever it is. If you've come to do an offering of thanksgiving, leave it at the altar. Whoever you have offended, go settle with the person and then come around again, okay, before you can go ahead with everything that you need to do. Because if you do not forgive, God will not forgive you. So as believers, as whoever is that is watching, my friends, my family, please let's put in our mind that we need to learn to forgive sincerely. One is that you can forgive and not forget. The other one is take note that if you do not forgive truly, God Himself will not forgive you. Now, another thing I learned is this. See, our human relationships is usually fragile, or it's fragile. So no one should put a ban on their head and say, this one is my friend for life. Friendship can I used to tell people all the time that it's not like I don't trust people really, right? But I know humans, we are frail, we are fragile, we can for certain things, reasons, do certain things, okay? So our relationship as humans is not totally guaranteed, as in the permanency is not guaranteed. I don't know if you understand what exactly I'm saying. As human beings, we would always we always step on each other's toe. So what we're learning in this particular third lesson is that our relationship as humans is not guaranteed. The only relationship that is guaranteed is the relationship that you have with God. And that's why if you do not have a genuine relationship with God, right, please try to have a relationship with God, because that's the only relationship that is guaranteed. Human beings, you and I, right, we can always get offended and say, I beg, I don't want friendship again. GEORGINA ONUOHA and Chioma Akpotha, I don't know how true that is, but I hear they were very good friends previously. Okay. And because of that DM issue that Chioma slid into her DM to, those words that Chioma slid into her DM to say, it broke their relationship. Okay. So human relationship is fragile. So don't put all your trust and say, this is my friend, then I trust my friend, or we will always be friends. It doesn't matter what will happen. Doesn't well, we will always be friends. See, no, human relationships are fragile. Have that at the back of your mind. And when you are dealing with human, and you know humans, right, our relationship are fragile, it will help you better relate with people. Okay, you know, like me now. It's not like I don't have friends. I have friends, so they're sincerely. I just deal with them one day at a time. I deal with them with this mind that, yeah, we're friends, not like in a very, very nonchalant way, okay? But I deal with them that anything can happen. Okay, you might decide today and say, I don't want to be your friend today. Oh. So God be the glory. Or you come and say, okay, let's keep being friends. Whatever it is that happens, right, I stand by it, because I know as humans we are very fragile. So the relationship between Akpotha and GEORGINA ONUOHA obviously has been broken based on that previous experience. So for those of us just joining us, we're asking, do you think as humans, can we forgive and forget? Is it possible for us to forgive and forget, or we can forgive and not forget? And I concluded, and that's my own conclusion, is an unsolicited, when I say advice as per their relationship, right? I said as human beings, we can forgive, but sincerely, we might not be able to forget, not because we have not forgiven those people, right? We might not be able to forget. And that's the third lesson. So my own take is this: if Chioma had slid into your DM, Georgina Onua, I'm talking now, to make these observations that you think were not right, I think, in my own opinion, you should have slid into her DM and said, Chioma, remember, I said that before. Remember what you said 4 years ago during this election? I was making a video like this and you came to my DM and you told me this. And then if you even decide to make it public, what you should do is, you don't mention names, you don't call people's names as it were. That's what I think, because first and foremost, what happened was not publicly made. It was not publicly known. We were not aware of it until now. We didn't know Chioma came to your DM and gave such unsolicited advice to you. But now you are coming out to publicly, blash, or is it blash? Let's call it blash. You came out publicly to slap someone, calling names. For me, it's a no-no, okay? No matter, we are all adults, and like people observe, people can change, okay? People can change. Maybe then, 4 years ago, she really did not understand. It's possible. 4 years is a whole long time for people to change. It's possible then she did not really see it from the perspective that you were seeing it from, okay? And that's why she came privately as a friend to tell you this. Now that you are seeing something differently, you should have slid into a DM to tell us, Choma, I've said that over and over again, this thing you are doing was the same thing I did last time, and you cautioned me and you said it wasn't. How come you are doing it now? And then maybe she would have explained. And like we said, Chioma has not come and she said she was going to address it. If she comes out to address it, if it falls in line with what we stand for, we might come again to address it. But let me leave this question for you and I, particularly for my family who is watching it right now. What do you think? Do you think it was proper for someone who secretly told you something, observed something secretly, to have told you secretly, and then you are coming out publicly calling names, calling her a cow? The comments I read, it's obvious that she thinks Chioma was, then benefiting from, the election, or whoever was on since then. Hence, she came and said, don't do it. And anything could have happened. It's possible she was not even as grounded as she is right now. Is it possible that she's benefiting from it, like she's saying? What are your thoughts? Please leave it in the comment section below. Do you think we can forgive as humans, right, and forget? Or we forgive and it's still in our minds? Let me see what you think in the comment section. For me, I think as humans, right, we can forgive like Jesus commanded us to. But forgetting, we will still remember. Remember, you now think, check out all some of those things that were done to you, maybe when you were small. You still remember them now. Some you might forget, but some that are really, 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 really obvious, you don't forget it. I think some of you might agree with me in the comment section below. So this is what is happening between Chioma and Georgina Onua. And like I said, forgive or forget, forgive and forget. Can you forgive and forget? Is it possible? All that she did, right, wasn't right. She shouldn't have come out publicly to say what was told her in public, in secret. Okay, this thing was told 4 years ago in secret, and then you are coming out in public, say you are trying to sensitize people. Like I said, if you needed to sensitize people, if you want to correct people as it were, right, you can come out and say, I did a video and I posted pictures when we were doing election 4 years ago, and then somebody, a very popular person, came out or came to my DM and told me that this, and that same person, it's possible people they might quote sha, but it will not come from a mouth that you are saying it or you said categorically it was Chioma. And somebody came to my DM and was telling me what you did is not right. Now that same person is coming out with videos and pictures now, shouting like a cow, shouting, and that they are cheating and all of these things. What do you think, guys? Do you think it's proper? Because for me, I'm just trying to pass out this message to everyone. See, don't throw stones, okay? Because you might just eventually throw stones at the house that you're living in, instead of coming out publicly, right, to make such cries, and then not just saying it. I don't know how Chioma told you, Sha. There's not a tit for tat. It's not like a do me, I do you thing. It's not supposed to be a do me, like a do me, I do you thing. Guys, please feel free to leave in the comment section below what you think. As usual, it's getting dark. For the past 2 days, we've not had lights, guys. Please pray for us, okay? Pray for Nigeria. so that eventually things will work well for us. We just did our election yesterday. We thank God. So far, we're waiting results. I posted on my community page today. I said the tension is high. Everybody's anticipating. Everybody's like, most especially, those who every one of us, we have our candidates, right? And we're just trusting God. God, please do not let anything contrary to what we want, our will, right? And most especially your will. Do not let it happen. So the tension is high right now in Nigeria. People are they are scared, they are praying. We played our role, right? We went out to vote. A lot of things happened. We heard a lot of things that happened. But we're trusting God, right? For greater, or trusting God for a greater Nigeria. Nigeria decides is what we Nigeria decides, right? The hashtag that is trending right now. Nigeria decides the next president, and we're trusting God, like I said, for a good person to come to rule us, to lead us as it were, because we don't want to complain. No. This morning when I woke up, I said no complaints. I wanted to start complaining. I said no complaints. We will not complain. Okay, we will overcome. This too shall pass, for sure. This too shall pass. So we are doing all of these things, and at the same time talking Chioma Akpotha and GEORGINA ONUOHA. Both of them are Nigerian actresses. Okay, Nollywood actresses. One lives in the US, if I'm not mistaken. That's GEORGINA ONUOHA, and Chioma is still with us here in Nigeria. So they had an issue 4 years ago where one went to the DM of one and said, because you're posting election pictures and videos, you shouldn't do it because it's going to destabilize the country, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just trying to paraphrase her. And then today, was it yesterday, the other one came out and said, 4 years ago, the same thing I was doing is what you are doing now. And now it's sweeting you, right? Because you are going to benefit from it, and that's why you are coming out. When I was doing it then, you said it wasn't proper. Then my take is that we should learn to forgive and forget. We should know that human relationships are fragile. Those are some of the lessons that we'll learn from all of this happening. And another one is that human beings, right? We can 4 years ago is a long time. Okay, it's a long time. People can change. People can mature, as it were, between 4 years and now. And then another thing I said we learned is as human beings, it's possible for us to forgive. Please quote me biblically and support your answers or your opinion with Bible verses. I am of the opinion, right, that we can forgive, but we might not necessarily forget. Not because we have not forgiven, but because we are human. We always remember. I remember some things that were done to me, when I was small. It's possible. Okay, because people came out to her and said, how can you bring something that happened 4 years ago now? It's possible. It's possible. I think the only wrong I see is the approach with which she did it. For me, was wrong. Okay, it wasn't proper. It's an unsolicited advice. But so I want to advise us, as it were. Keep saying unsolicited advice. I want to advise us, right, that it should not be tit for tat, or eye for an eye, tooth for tooth, whatever it is, Moses' law. No, we should learn to, even if we're going to learn lessons from them, we should learn to do it well, so that it doesn't in any way cause chaos, because we're all believers, we're all matured individuals. Okay, it's getting dark, like I said. There's always no light every time, but I've decided that I'm going to be doing videos every day in the month of February, and thank God, so far it has paid off. It has paid off, right? It did pay off. I've got a couple of hours attached to my watch time, so it did pay off. So for you, if you are trying to build I said I'm going to bring a report eventually. If you are trying to build your watch hour, okay, you can go live streaming. Okay, you can live stream. It will help you. It will help you for real, because this live streaming has really helped me, because as it were, apart from the fact that we talk trending issues, okay, we tend to advise people, as it were, draw life lessons from all the happenings that we bring out, as the case may be. So please feel free in the comment section below. Let's know what you think about all that happens, all that's happening. For my target, I said Cold War, right? Because there's a war. Whether we like it or not, there's a war. The responses to comments just goes to show that they used to be, but now they are no more. If you understand what I mean. All right, so we're going to end the video for today. Thank you so much for everyone who joined us, everyone who stood by us. Like Tuesday, we're going to finally stop. But I think I might still be doing live stream. But I think what will happen is nothing. Think I will just stick to once a week. That would help me. Thank you so much to everyone who joined me. Yes, thank you for your help, your taking time, data to watch my videos. Thank you. Out of every nonsense, right? There's always a sense from every nonsense. Alright, so we would want to end the video here. I want to say thank you so much for helping us, for watching our videos. Please feel free, if you eventually watch the videos, is there water? I want to see whether they're open for them. If you eventually do get to watch our videos, please make your comments. Can we forgive and forget as individuals? Feel free to leave in the comment section below what you think. And what do you think about all that happened between Chioma Akpotha and GEORGINA ONUOHA? Do you think it was proper for her to have come out and something that was done in secret, you coming out openly to say it? What do you think? Please leave your comments in the comment section below. As always, remember you need to affect lives positively. It's getting really, really dark. Affect lives positively wherever you are, whether you live in the village or outside the village. And always remember this, that God loves you, Jesus loves you more, and I love you. Have a blessed day. Bye. Come here.